At the very core, this is an invasion game with successive waves. The main parts are a simple server script and then some alien spawners. So let's take a deeper look at this. Okay, so for this demo project, I've taken everything else out of the game except for the main parts needed for these waves and the spawners. Let's look at what we have here from top to bottom. In our workspace, we have our spawn location, which is right in the middle here. And then we have a container here, which is holding all of the alien spawners. This is here, the alien itself, and then under here is the spawn script, and we'll go over that afterwards. But the spawn container is just holds 10 altogether alien spawners. As you can see, they're all scattered around the spawn location for the player. Under that, we have the server script. It's called Game Manager. Um, it's very small, very simple, but it works. This is the wave mechanism, and it's just a infinite loop that starts from wave one and then goes up to whatever number you want, and it starts all over again. After that, we have under the server storage two events. These are bindable events called wave end and wave start, and that's it. I think I did add a laser gun just for the fun of it, but there's really nothing more here. Yep. Okay, so let's check out the server code. In Game Manager, we have the entire server code that controls these alien waves, and I put two breakpoints here. I put one here on, well, right at the top here in the printout, and then in this while loop here. So I'm going to start here, and then we'll jump right into the first point here, and then we're going to start to step over stuff here. So in server storage, we have two events, two bindable events. This is wave start and wave end. We're going to get a reference to that. We're going to wait 10 seconds just so we can have a breather, so aliens are not down our throats in the first 2 seconds. And then we'll keep on initializing things in here. I could have hard coded this in this while loop, but I put everything up here. That is the maximum spawn size. And exactly. So, how many aliens? Each alien spawner can spawn up to a certain number of aliens, and this is defined here, 9. Um, Seemed like a good number. I did it at 10 one point, and I was completely overwhelmed. So I'm trying out 9 right now, see how it is. And then we have spawn size. That is the current spawn size in the, in the loop. And alien speed. Um, I have made it in this demonstration them to be a little bit slower than we are. In my actual game, they're a little bit faster. And the duration is so when the wave is happening, 30 seconds, and then in between each wave, 10 seconds. And that's pretty much all the parameters we need to run this wave algorithm. So now we're in the while loop. And the first thing here is this is a bindable event. So now we have this bindable event, which we have in server storage, and we are going to send two parameters. That's the spawn size, which you see up here. Um, that is going to be 1. It's going to be initialized to 1 here. And the alien speed, we're going to set here, which we said is going to be 8 somewhere. Here it is. Okay. Um, and then duration will be 30 seconds. So we're just going to wait for 30 seconds. So we'll just sit here. You see on the left-hand side, we have the outputs. We have all the spawners have now spawned one single alien. As you can see, well, let's see. Can we see this now? Oh yeah, look at them. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They made mincemeat out of me. Oh, here they go again. It's awful. It's really mean. Okay, so now we are out of the wave. Um, and oh yeah, so we're going to say stop the. We're going to say end the wave, and that's the second bindable event. It has no parameters, just tells the spawners to stop it, and then we're going to go into the spawn code afterwards, and we'll see how that works. So this spawn size, which I have, is 1 now. First, we check to see if it's greater than the maximum size, which is not, and then we're going to increase it by 1 here. So now the spawn size, if we look down here, here's the call stack, watch, breakpoints. Wait a second. Here's the local stack here, and the spawn size now, as you can see here, it is now 2. It was 1 before. So now we're at the end of this loop. We're going to go right back to the beginning again. Oh yeah, we're going to wait. The wave pauses 10 seconds. We'll come back here again after the 10 seconds. And then boom, we start the whole cycle again. Except for this time, the spawn size is going to be 2 instead of 1 last time, but everything else is the same. So now we start this whole fun again, and this poor guy is going to be the target of now not just 10, but it's going to be the target of 20 aliens, which are coming towards him. And he's, poor guy, is a little bit defenseless right now because I'm not controlling him. Yep, there he goes. We're not going to watch that poor guy suffer. Yeah, so that's as far as the game server code goes. It's very short. It's just a loop, and it does two things. It starts a wave and it ends a wave. And then in between each loop, I increase the number of aliens. When it gets up to this maximum size, which we said is 9 here, then we're going to set it back to 1 again. So that means after 9 cycles, we'll go back down to 1. Ah, that's not completely true. I set it to 1, and then I increase it here. So it never goes back down to 1. It actually, the smaller it gets after this is 2. That's actually, it's a bug. Okay, so that's so much for the server code. Okay, the alien spawner. So I got this from the Roblox Marketplace, and here's a picture of it. And now let's look at it in the studio. Here is an alien spawner under this container here, and there is an alien object here, which we will not go into. And then this is the spawn part here in the spawn script. Important to know is that this commented out code here, right at the bottom here, I commented out this code here. This is what came out of the box, these lines of code here. And so the code that I put in is everything above here. To be honest here, these 3 lines of code is the same 3 lines as below here. Um, and then there are a couple of functions here that are pretty important. The wave end and wave start, these are triggered by this bindable event. The wave start here and the wave end here. When these things get called by the game manager over this bindable event, these things will be called, be executed. The wave start will have these 2 parameters. The wave end does not have any parameters. And we could go through this with the breakpoint, but I think it's pretty clear what these things are actually doing. Without the breakpoint, where I can explain them without going through line by line in the debugger. With the wave start here, this function gets executed, and we have an array here. This is the first line. This array has been defined up here. You see these local variables being defined up here, which we same ones that we have in the game manager. They all have to do with these bindable events. Afterwards, we have these same three lines here where we just make a clone of the alien, because we're going to use this clone of the alien to spawn them in our game. This alien max, I don't know what this is for. Please ignore this. This alien array here. This is important because when we do the wave start here, we are going to go into a loop here, and the loop size is determined by the spawn size that we send in. Do you remember we had this 1 through 9 variable? 1 is the first time we spawn one alien in a wave, and then we go up to 9 aliens in a wave. So depending on how big this is depends or determines how many loops we're going to do in this while loop here. Also, we have alien speed, which is nice. We can determine right from the game manager how fast the alien speed is going to be. So we'll go into this loop, then we go into this function called create alien. This is here, and this is just creating an alien from the clone, and then we are going to put him where this block is here, this monster block here. This is pretty much what this thing is for. Um, and then we put this alien that we created into this array, and then we hold on to it. And that's it. When the loop is finished, we've done our job. Then we have from 1 to 9 aliens from this one spawner running towards the nearest human they can find. And that's all in this code here below, which we'll not go into. This is out of the box. Find nearest torso. It's really simple code that just goes from point A to point B in a straight line without any kind of pathfinding algorithm. Um, yeah. So then at the wave end, this gets called, and the array that we created when we did the wave start, we're going to take this array, go through element by element here, and we'll assign every alien in this array its health to 0, which will destroy it. So when we finish going through all the elements in this array, we will have destroyed every alien under this spawner. And that's it. So um, that pretty much covers the alien spawner. And with that in the game manager, you have the entire logic, or this is kind of the heartbeat of the entire game. And it's very simple. It's just maybe the small learning curve of what bindable events are, and then uh, you can take this small example here. I will have a link below where you can get the entire project, and then I'll have a link to documentation about bindable events, and then there'll also be a link to where this alien is located, or the spawn thing for the alien. And then you have everything you need to start playing around with it. Yeah. Okay, that about wraps it up. I hope this was helpful to some people, and the links are below. I also put the link for the entire project that was in this video, and you can feel free to download it and play around with it. And it'd be great if you could hit me up with a like or a subscribe. That would be extra nice. Okay, thanks.